Hey guys, so I'm here today with a book review and I'm doing it in my bedroom this time because my boyfriend is playing zombie killing games, so that'd be nice. Anyway, so if you haven't seen any of my review on this yet, I have a full review of this book on my blog, link that down below, and I'll also talk about that in a different video after this one. And also I have a sort of a review of it on my Goodreads. It was kind of more of a reaction type of review. Like I basically wrote out everything that I thought about it right away onto Goodreads. So I'm just going to reiterate everything in a video, very short, sweet, to the point. And yeah, so the book review is going to be on, sorry glare, The Night Circus. This book was awesome. I'm so happy I read this. One thing I will say that if you guys are interested in reading this book, make sure you take your time with it. It is so detailed and like the descriptions are just something so imaginative that you really need to slow down while reading this. I took a lot of pauses. It took me a little bit of time normally than I would normally take to read a book, which was about over a week. And I mean, it's not that crazy big of a book, but I just thought it was a lot better for me to stop and keep reading, then stop, put it down, go to sleep, keep reading. And that seemed to make it so much better for me. So I'm definitely going to read this again because it was just awesome. So after I gush there for a second, let me tell you what it is about. I'm going to make this as easy and as simple as possible because, like I said, this is a very detail-orientated book. It is an adult fantasy book. A lot of people in the YA community have been reading it, but it's definitely adult. It's definitely an adult book, and not necessarily because of the plot, but because I think it's just really overwhelming with the amount of descriptions that maybe someone that is like 12 wouldn't necessarily like it. But so what this book is about, it's about a circus that travels around the world, happens very randomly. You don't know where it's going to be. It just kind of shows up, and it only is in, oh, my glasses are crooked. It's only in, only opens at night. So as soon as the sun goes down until the sun comes up is when the circus is there. And there's so many different characters in here. Basically a circus. I mean, there's a magician, there's a fortune teller, there's all these different kind of unique tents, and things like that. And within this circus, there's like a duel going on between these two magicians. And the circus is kind of their venue for their dueling. What they basically do is they make tents and kind of try to one-up each other. And the thing is, they end up falling in love. And they don't realize, yeah, I can't go into it because that would spoil it. Why would I say that? So they fall in love, and it's pretty crazy. I do want to mention that the book isn't just about the love and, between the two illusionists and things like that. It's about the circus. Like, I need to breathe. It's just so imaginative, and you're reading this and you can smell the circus. You can taste like the caramel cones. You can see the tents clearly in your head when you close your eyes. And as soon as I finished this book, I literally held the book to my chest and just sat on my couch for 15 minutes because I had such an overwhelming amount of information in my head that it just blew my mind. It was just fantastic. Something I really, really enjoyed. And like I said, if you guys are interested in reading this, please take your time with it. It's not something I would suggest rushing through because it's so complex. As far as, I mean, there's a lot of different point of views. I want to say there's about six point of views, maybe 6 to 8. I'd have to really count them as I go through the book the second time, but I mean they switch point of views very rapidly. And make sure at the beginning of a lot of pages you'll see here, for example. You see, like, there's going to be a date on top of the page. Make sure you focus on those dates because, you know, 1 minute you'll be in 1891, and then the next chapter you're in 1894. Like, you're going forward, then back, forward, and back. And it's just really important that you make sure that you know exactly where you left off in that date. I know that sounds kind of confusing, but it just helped me a lot. Like, if I was on to the next chapter, I was like, okay, 1891. What was the chapter that I read before that? That was 1894. Okay, so the story before that chapter is where this left off. Very, very simple. Just, yeah. I know that sounds weird, but this is definitely worth it. I am actually so happy with this book that I am interested in getting a hold of the UK edition or international edition of this book, just because I want to have both of them on my shelf. By the way, I just thought that I would show you my cat. This is my cat that likes to bother me in every video, but it's okay because I love him. He's very big, if you can't tell, and he's just woke up, so he's kind of angry. But anyway, this is Apollo. Everybody say hi, Apollo. I got him for Christmas 2 years ago, so yeah. He's the one that's always bothering me in videos. So yeah, that was my review of The Night Circus. I'm sorry if it was kind of crazy, but the full review of this book with a little bit more detail is in my blog posted below. And also I'll link my Goodreads and you can see my immediate reactions to the book. So, I mean, I would go in more detail, but it's just so complex and there's so many different strings of all the different characters, and at the end of the book they all wrap up into a nice package that I can't really give it the explanation that it needs. You just need to read it. And if you love fantasy and you just want to dive into a book that the world is just so crazy and beautiful and you can completely imagine it in your dreams and in your head, definitely give that book a try. I loved it. It's on my favorite shelves. So definitely worth a shot. Definitely gonna be reading it again because I need to pick up on a couple things. So yeah, that was my review. Sorry if this was like craziness. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.